This segment is in partnership with the Springfield Fire Department. It's time to highlight our Springfield Fire Station of the Month. And this month we are drawing attention to the crew, which are housed at Fire Station 11, just right off of Toronto Road here in Springfield. We caught up with driver engineer Lance Miller, and he shows us around.
Hi, my name is Lance Miller. I'm a driver engineer with the Springfield Fire Department. We're here at Station 11 at 1805 Toronto Road. We'd like to invite you in for a tour today. Come on.
Well, welcome to Springfield Fire Station number 11. We are here, you saw in the intro, we are here with Mr. Lance Miller, who is a driver engineer here. He's going to be giving us a tour of the place. So first, Lance, we're standing in the kitchen and it looks a little different than our typical ones.
Yeah, so this house was opened in 1990. It's a little newer than several of our houses, with the exception of the couple that were built this year. And then this kitchen also, in the housing quarters, they had a remodel done a couple of years ago. So it is a little newer than what we've got in some of the other firehouses.
Yeah, and you and your teams or your shifts, you guys are together for 24 hours straight. Does the kitchen get used a lot?
It is probably the most used room in the entire firehouse. So when our crew comes in, one of the first things we do for our rig checks is come in, get a cup of coffee, do our rig checks, and then after we get all the equipment checked out, our equipment on the rig, check our training schedule. We usually end up here in the morning for 30 minutes or so to catch up as a crew and plan our day.
And how important is that teamwork aspect of being a firefighter?
It's critical. We do everything together. We train together, we work out together, we run calls together, we live together for a third of our lives.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious to see like the living quarters and stuff. Do you think you could show us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we're gonna walk and show you around the firehouse while we drink our coffee. So Lance, show us what does this firehouse consist of?
So we've got our office here. We do most of our reports and our online training here. Laundry room in the back. Again, we're here for 24 hours at a time. So after we work out or have structure fires, we'll change clothes, shower. We do all our laundry back there.
Okay.
Moving forward, we've got our maps on the wall.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, so this shows our entire response district over here for the entire city. And then here we are down on the south side. We're the furthest south located firehouse in the city. We pretty much run to the eastern city limits, the western city limits, and then we go down as far as mutual aid with Chatham and up to around Stevenson Drive.
And what about the lake? I know this is a really big thing that people don't understand. Explain that to us.
Yeah, so we respond to the lake along with Station 2, Engine 2 and Truck 2. We've got one of our 3 boats housed at Station 11 along with Engine 11. And we will take it directly to the scene and then kind of assess and go from there.
So how does that work? Do you hook it to the back of the rig or?
It stays hooked up. It's got its own individual truck. Yep. So it's got its own individual truck, and then the boat trailer, they stay hooked up and they're ready to go so that we can hop in and just go there, straight there.
It might look a little bizarre with a fire truck pulling a boat. So.
Yes. In addition to that, we also respond to the colleges down here. We've got Lincoln Land, UIS, CACC. We've got quite a few apartment buildings here in this district, along as with residential houses. Our 3 drivers, we keep our beds made, and then we've got a couple extra beds for our firefighters, our hirebacks, our Buffalo members that aren't always assigned here that are coming here for the evening. And then we've also got our workout room that's back here.
Yeah, this is nice. I mean, Lance, this is, if I had to choose, this living quarters is a little bit better.
They did a very nice job when they did it, when they remodeled it and kind of put everything together.
And even Station 10, so a lot of the stations we've shown so far, like 3, 4, 2, they kind of makeshift their workout rooms into where they sleep. But it seems that you actually have a little padded workout room.
Yeah, and that's how this one was prior to the remodel. They put up these walls with that. It was also kind of integrated. If I remember right, the treadmill was over there and a cable machine, and there was a bed on either side of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's a little bit more of a workout room now, dedicated space for it.
Well, let's go check out the rig where, I mean, you spend quite a bit of time there too, don't you?
Yes, yeah, and you'll see we've got a table out there. That's where we also hang out. The kitchen tables seem to be our general hangout area, whether we're eating, drinking coffee, just catching up in the evening. And then we've also got our little table out there.
The perfect weather, those evenings, just to sit out there. Well, let's go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are now in the rig room bay. What do we call it? What do you call it?
Rig room.
Rig room. So this is Station 11's rig. Lance, tell us a little bit about what it consists of. And I actually am curious, what is the one thing on the rig that your team uses the most at 11?
Yeah, so Station 11 normally houses Engine 11 and our dive trailer and boat. It's actually at training, it's on the lake right now. Our normal engine is in the shop for preventative maintenance, so we've got a replacement today. Our normal Engine 11 is a 2007 Pierce Quantum Cab, a very identical rig to this right here. It's not necessarily the most used piece of equipment, but something we have very handy since we do respond to the lake so often is we keep our water suit strapped in right there. So if we're on the way to a call, we'll be able to actually have somebody get dressed on the way and have it in the cab.
Is the water suit similar to your regular gear, or is
no,
it
very
a
different,
literal water suit?
Skin tight water suit, very buoyant.
With like, do you have the goggles?
No, it doesn't have the face. It just has a face cut out, but we don't have the goggles with it, no.
And Lance, for people who aren't familiar with what is on a rig when you respond to calls, give us the rundown of some of the equipment on the rig.
Yeah, so our standard engine companies, we've got a standard complement of hose. On our engines, we carry a little bit less length of ladder. They're up top. They've got a fold-down rack for when we need them. We've got a lot of our auto extrication stuff on this side of the engine. We've got oil dry, pans that'll collect massive amount of oil or fuel. Oil dry, cribbing.
Do you guys carry the jaws of life on the engine, or is that the truck?
We don't. That's only the trucks, yep.
Okay.
And that's about it for this side here.
Okay, well now we really have to show the people where the majority of the hanging out happens, on this very loved couch in the bay. So let's go do that.
So as you notice, all of our doors are open right now.
Yeah.
We get a wonderful breeze through here, especially a day like today. We'll have our pot of coffee and we'll be over here hanging out behind the rig.
Okay, let's go.
This is where you can always find us on a nice day with the bay doors open, out here hanging out, ready to respond to your emergencies with the wetsuit on. If you'd like to come join us, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen, and we'd love to have you with us.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to watch more segments from Marketplace on News Channel 20.